Hello, and thank you for choosing to be part of the Athena's Warriors United holiday session. Can you believe 2018 is almost over? Blows my mind. Well, this past weekend was filled with memorable moments like Thomas Atwell's top 10 debut and heartfelt hugs and good vibes and connection. If you were there, it is my hope that you left inspired and ready to make your business as successful as you dream it to be. If you couldn't make it, we missed your energy. So the September meeting video should be out soon. You'll be able to learn about our incredible new products if you weren't there. And if you were there, you can revisit, because I know a lot of people have been posting that they were trying to take notes while Dawn was speaking about ingredients. We're going to break them out. You know, each product will have its own video, so it's coming. So you'll be able to watch it over again and catch up on whatever you missed. And there's congratulations in order. Lots of people earned and won prizes. There's Michelle Parker, this veteran goddess. She left with a stack of cash. I mean, how wonderful. Over $2,000 in her hot little hand. Shannon Joseph, she cleaned house in the Susie raffles. Michelle Wyman, she came all the way from Nevada to learn that she was the top summer recruiter in the new community challenge. Corrine Ward, she is the leader right now in our top new Goddess and Adonis challenge for the 2018 year. And she got to hear the thunderous applause for her $18,000 Steps to Success sales.
Yeah.
Yes, Talia. Yes, that's your girl. Chrissy Shed and Olivia Lee were recognized for their incredible milestones. Chrissy hit her 210th, Olivia her 135th. Amazing leadership milestones. Jamie Bluen was the top leader of the summer. Chrissy was the top seller of the summer. And then there was Corinne Pelland, who won 2 trips to Mexico, not 1, but 2, through the Warriors United program. And when she came up on stage, I mean, she told me that she hadn't been on vacation for 8 years. So I'm just thrilled for her. 8 years is a long time to go without getting away. So Corinne, so proud of you, so happy for you. Then there's Lori Jackson, who won a free trip to Mexico and the entire new line in the raffle. So I'll meet you at the pool bar, Lori. Over $40,000 in products were awarded between swag bags, raffles, and assorted prizes that we're giving out. Over $40,000 given back to you. And one of the coolest moments was when I got to pull the winner of the 5K or Trip to Universal for 4 trip. Everyone who had consistent summer sales was entered to win that prize. They had the chance to choose $5,000 or a trip for 4 to Universal. Colette Woodward, she achieved 2K in sales every month of the summer, and she was our lucky winner. She came to the stage in tears in her eyes, and I was holding the Harry Potter wand and the stack of fake money, and she took the 5K. And she let me know why that money is so meaningful to her, because she's going to take a trip to Texas to visit her brother. Now, I know that of almost 200 names that went into that golden drum, there were 200 people who had also worked hard and managed their business all summer long. They were there sitting in the audience, knowing what they would have picked, knowing what they would have done with the $5,000 if I would have picked their name. And so those people left knowing that they didn't win $5,000. And I know that that can be a letdown for some and an inspiration for others. You know, the choice is yours to be let down or inspired by the idea that you own a business that can generate $5,000 for you in a matter of just a few months. That is if you're willing to work for it. Winning is wonderful, but earning is everything. There is satisfaction that comes from saying, I earned that. There is an undeniable feeling of accomplishment and increased self-esteem, which is such a great benefit when you work for what you want and achieve it. So this is where I would like to begin this session of Warriors United, with the idea that you can earn whatever it is you want through this business. If you didn't win the 5K, all is far from lost. When you have the belief and the drive to achieve, anything is possible, anything. I've seen people achieve their dreams over and over and over at Athena's. First homes, new cars, vacations, weddings, expensive handbags, college degrees. You can have whatever it is that you want. So your first code word is smarter. S-M-A-R-T-E-R. Your first code word is smarter. So this session has 6 webinars with passionate goddesses who are ready to share with you. They want to tell you how they achieved their success so that you can have it too. So I'm going to ask you, like I do at the beginning of every session and every call, that you honor yourself and your time by closing out of all your open windows, logging out of social media, because it's a distraction. And when you're listening to this, but on social media, you're not absorbing what is being said. You're not giving yourself the permission to focus. You don't absorb as much. So I want you to absorb a lot of good information that's being shared. So that's my advice. Close out of your social media and focus. So we kick off this session with Goddess Talia Coccia as our special guest presenter. She is someone who has been a full-time goddess for over 8 years. She was even selling sex toys before she could take a legal drink. And at her first Athena's meeting, she won a trip to Greece. And some of you have heard her stories. Some of you were there to witness them. Some of you were her accountability partners throughout her quest. She has shared her thoughts on going paperless, on the benefits of lap boards, on booking parties using eggs in baskets, and balancing business and family. So listen closely for the tips you can take away from this profitable powerhouse. From the great state of Georgia, welcome back, Talia Coccia.
Hi! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited and just rejuvenated. Even after a day of travels, I am ready to do this thing. And as you can see by my snorkeling dress, it gives me a little figure, those big boobs. Look, I'm so excited to go to Hawaii, but let's get this out of the way first. Not out of the way, but let's get this education in.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited for Hawaii. I am ready to stand and see a rainbow over a waterfall. Like, that is like a lifelong dream, and it's going to come true. So for those of you that don't know, let's flash back to the summer of 2016 where Talia had no parties. So this is perfect timing, Talia, because the September meeting just happened. Can you tell us about your state of mind when you entered the 2016 September meeting?
So let's flash back to a different Talia, because in 2016, I was envious and bitter and convinced myself I had fallen out of love with my business, which those of you who know me now might not believe that's true at all. I went to the meeting, not having worked at all, but somehow sitting in the audience, I had the urge to want to win prizes. Tell me how that makes sense. As I sat there, the meeting opened up with Katrina Vidal's Party on Purpose video that told the story of her earning enough money to pay for her wedding. And literally, I felt a change of heart, like in that exact moment. One thing we've always talked about, Jen, is how I always work better when I have a goal in mind, instead of just kind of aimlessly because when I set goals, it's very hard to tell me, no, I can't accomplish them. At that point, though, I hadn't worked but minimally in the past year. So what did I even deserve to win? A lot of us get trapped in that mindset. We see the same faces winning the big prizes, and instead of reflecting inwards, we put those emotions on other people. I was tired of this cycle. I want to be a winner, but I don't want to do anything about it. I decided that I was going to earn 10K. So to all of you watching and listening, my question to you is, what are you willing to do to earn it? And I really hope your answer is, I will earn it by any means necessary.
That's powerful thinking right there. Because it all starts in the mind. Any means necessary. Our thoughts are truly chosen by us. You made the choice to change your attitude. You wanted to win the 10K that I had locked in the treasure box, but you knew that there was a big difference between winning and earning. So you chose to earn 10K because you wanted 10K. If you didn't win it, you'd still have it, and you'd be a winner regardless. So can you tell us a little bit about going from no parties to a top 10 goddess and what it was like to walk into the September meeting the next year?
And I just like to say right now I'm not a top 10 goddess, but my mindset is totally different because I know and accept that I'm rebuilding and I still hit all the goals. Those goals were just 2K and to hit WOW my first month away from Rhode Island, my first WOW session away from home, and I achieved it. So I'm in a totally different headspace than what I was. But in 2016, that's when my wheels really started turning. Of course I wanted to earn a key that would open the $10,000 treasure box. Maybe I didn't even want to earn it. Maybe I just wanted someone to hand it to me. The more I thought about it, though, the more I realized I was tired of waiting, wishing, and hoping, like Jack Johnson over here. I was going to make my own luck and earn $10,000. 1 year later, the September meeting opened up with my very own Party on Purpose video with that cute boy Pasquale showcasing on how I achieved my $10,000 financial goal in my hashtag campaign backyard for our boy. As I was sitting in the audience of the Stadium Theater that day, I wasn't even thinking about winning $5,000 or a trip to Hawaii. I was laser focused on first giving my Heavenly Goddess speech and making sure I honored my team, and secondly, where I placed in the top 10. My goal last year was to truly place in top 5 for the company for the year in sales, and I did that. I have my trophy over there to prove it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a winker. I've been teaching past that, but that's another story. I had earned what I wanted to earn. I achieved the goals I set for myself. And I know only one person can win the big prizes. I used to be someone who said so many times it couldn't be me. And here's what I found out. The harder I work, the luckier I get. Go figure. It starts in your own head. I earned $10,000. And today I'm here to talk to you about earning half of that. I want to help you take control of your destiny.
Well, thank you for that, Talia. Wow. So I was talking to Debbie Greger today at the front desk of Athena's, and she was telling me about all the connections that she made last weekend. You know, she roomed, she came to the September meeting, she stayed over in a hotel, and she had Goddesses and Adoni all around her. And she said, I love this company. I made so many friends, and I could feel that, while people are competitive with each other, they're sharing ideas. They're like, yeah, I want to win. I know you want to win, but here are my ideas how we can both have great businesses. And that she's new. And for a new person to feel that way about who we are, I was just like, yes, that is who we are. So thank you for being one of those people, Talia. You've always been like someone to step up and share what's working for you. So we just said it, success starts in the mind. We have the choice to change our attitudes and beliefs about what we're capable of. So I'm ready for your message for all of those who didn't win 5K at the September meeting. Many of you had earned your entries and had been dreaming about what you would do with the money. You had it spent. You can still earn that money and spend it on what you were dreaming of. So Talia, what tips do you have for our warriors?
So, in this webinar, we're talking specifically about setting a $5,000 goal. I want to leave you with ideas to create your own hashtag campaign as well, because I don't want you to stop once you've done that. Plus, you can incorporate a hashtag campaign to get towards the $5,000. So that's my first tip. Also, keep that in mind, incorporating into your life, but we'll get into that later. The first step in success is absolutely goal setting. You have to have a goal you're aiming for, or the money doesn't mean as much. If the money doesn't mean anything to you, you're not going to work towards anything. So Jen told me to earn $5,000. No. How will it change your life? When I was going for Backyard for Our Boy, I was using a smarter system. What does that mean? You're probably saying at home. S means set a specific goal, whether it's hitting sales numbers, recruiting, or your next leadership goal. What are your specific goals for the remainder of 2018? Your goal can be more, I'm not going to say less than $5,000, because we want you to do $5,000 and have it in your pocket. Not sell $5,000, earn $5,000 profits. But I'm here to inspire you to shoot for that minimum of $5,000. Earning $5,000 and getting the chance to win a trip to Universal is pretty sweet. M means making your goals meaningful. Do you want to spread $5,000 on your bed and roll around in it? Or do you want to pay off a credit card that keeps you up at night? How would your life change if you earned $5,000? After earning my $10,000, I won $5,000. Talk about the universe telling me I made the right decision by attending the September meeting in 2016 and deciding to change my attitude. How did I make $5,000 meaningful? I don't think I've ever discussed this. Our car was on the fritz. It was only 2010, but you know how that goes. And it became a down payment on my first ever brand new vehicle. I also paired it with $7,000 that I had saved. And it was literally almost a third paid off before I even drove off of the lot. Plus, I was able to afford all those extra insurances, which really helped me because I already had a nail in it and had to have the tire replaced, which would have been $500. But I was able to afford those insurance up front. So the car meant more room for my family, my totes of toys. It made me feel more comfortable. I worried less about vehicle repairs or being out on the road away from home during a party. And we needed a reliable car to drive to Georgia. It was just what we needed. We make tons of memories in the car because we love to road trip. We've already driven to Florida since we've been here. Having an extra $5,000 impacted my life, and it can do the same for you.
S&M. You've covered S&M so far. So smart.
Wouldn't be at Athena's meeting if I didn't.
Specific goals, so important. So in January, when we do our vision boards, I see people like put things like lose weight, save money. That's not specific enough. What you're talking about is being super specific. So of course, weight loss is on my vision board, but I include how much weight, not just lose weight. How much weight am I going to lose and by when? That's what being specific means. And as for meaningful, like why do I want to lose weight? Well, I knew I had a vacation coming up in Hawaii. I wanted to look good. So that's the driving factor. So let's get to the $5,000. What is this money going to mean to you? What are you saving for? All right, college tuition? What college? When do you want to start? What year do you want to graduate? A house? What city is this house located in? What day do you want to move? A car? What make and model? When are you going to go for the test drive? When do you want to drive it off the lot? By putting in those details, it makes it more real and closer to you. So let's keep going in your smarter ways of doing business. What's the A in smarter, Talia?
Now, before I say that, you said you want to look good, and damn it, you do. Wish you weren't wearing long sleeves so you can muscle that ass.
I can take my dress off.
And that's how I know
wow,
you
cool.
feel good too. Yes, my sister. So A is for achievable. Make your goals achievable. Don't shoot yourself in the foot before you even have a chance to get started. I'm going to recruit 150 people in 5 days and sell $500,000 in 24 hours. Nope. Give yourself the gift of time while being kind to yourself. Break that goal down to the time that you need. And I know you've heard this X amount of parties and this amount of time. Nope, we're not going to do that because some of you have no parties on the books at all. And if I tell you to have 8 parties this month, you're going to be overwhelmed. So $5,000 profit at 35% discount is $15,000 in sales. $15,000 is a liar. What I mean by that is that would be the number you need if you weren't going to spend your Athena's money on anything else. But guess what? Birthdays come up, holidays come up, gas comes up, that car repair you had comes up. So you want to cushion that out a little bit. And that's why I tell you to look at the profit instead of what the sales volume is. The true question is, how much are you willing to put in your savings from every single sale you generate from now until December 31st. We used to figure out those goals based on how many parties. However, in 2018, there are so many other ways to drive your income at Athena's. Expand your comfort circle a little by little each day, just like Nikki told us this weekend. Even if it means talking to 5 strangers a day, you will see results. What percentage, and this is the number you have to decide, are you willing to put away to achieve your goal? The truth is, you have about 15 weeks to hit this goal before the new year. That's $1,000 in sales a week. Super easy if you're doing 2 to 3 parties a week, but you'll need to think outside of the box if you don't have anything on the books. I have something to tell you. I have about 2 parties on the books. But I've been that way the whole summer, and I've had $2,000 parties, or I've worked my business in other ways. So I'm going to be here with each of you doing this as well. If you're willing to put down only 20% of that $1,000 a week away, it's going to take longer and you're going to need to have more sales, and that's okay. R is for setting goals that are relevant to your business and your life. People want to see where their money they spend with you is going. Does it relate to them? Is there a personal connection? T is for time bound. We need a deadline, and ours for this happens to be December 31st. How much in sales do you need to do in a week with this in mind? How much time are you willing to create availability to work your business? And that's something to really consider as well. And I hope you're taking notes on this, because every step is as important as the next. E is for evaluating your goal. If you're halfway through November and you're only done with 2 parties, take a look at how you can change what you're doing to start getting closer to your success. And R is for readjusting the sales and trying a new direction if need be. You'll need money, like I said, for holidays, birthdays, and unexpected bills. All of those things happen to me while saving for Backyard for Our Boy. You don't quit, you readjust.
All good food for thought, Talia. Specific, meaningful, achievable goals that are relevant and time-bound. Simple breakdown. So what advice do you have for our warriors that are looking to work smarter during this session?
Oh, I'm so excited you asked. So maintaining a positive outlook is going to be the absolute hands down most helpful tip. Again, I can tell you, get out there and book parties. Call that friend you knew from 15 years ago. Not a bad idea. However, I'm going to be real with y'all. Don't procrastinate, because the clock is already ticking. Brand everything with your hashtag. Use visuals, create flyers for your lap boards and about your campaign. Talk about your campaign on Facebook. Utilize resources that Athena provides. Sorry, I get excited when I said Canva. I love Canva, okay? Create a money thermometer. I love seeing Jen Natolo's giraffe. It is the best. Giraffica. I look at that and I squee every time I see it. Now, here's a little thing that you might not make a difference, but really does. When Andy and I did this challenge, we were actually competing to see who could earn $10,000 first. So at the end, we'd have $20K saved. Andy adjusted his thermometer by $1,000 each time. And I did it by 100s, and he laughed at me. He failed because he scared himself out of winning. $1,000 isn't practical. Seeing my thermometer rise by each $100 made me happy, and even if it was only $100.
And I love that you broke it down by $100, because $100 is not a scary number. I know that you're building a clientele in Georgia and you don't have a calendar full of parties like you did when you lived in Rhode Island. So what are some easy ways that people can drive their business $100 at a time to keep raising their thermometer to hit that $15,000 even without a calendar full of parties?
Okay, so I'm going to talk about practical ways, and this is kind of more or less getting your ticket sales up and also generating more tickets in general. Because you guys have heard a million ideas on how to get parties, and we've even talked about them. Highlight featured products once a week and offer individual discounts, whether in the form of bundle or it might be Discount Friday in your groups, and offer a small discount to anyone that includes that in the offer or in their order. What I see with that, sometimes a lot of people just keep shopping and they're already excited to get that 10 to 20% off the item. So now I'm generating more sales where they wouldn't have went to my website in the first place. Create an incentive at your parties for hitting sales amounts like $75 or $150. This isn't new to you. That's exactly what I do with the egg game. And right now it's time to seasonalize. Offer flash sales. I recently did a sales blitz where it's at currently $2,500 in orders, and what I'm going to do is keep it open and actually go live in there to show the new products. So I cleared out old stock, and now I'm going to hit them up again for new products because obviously they're already interested in what we have to offer. Create and advertise new baby bundles at your parties and on social media with Ellie's baby butter and stretch mark cream. Oh my God, people are always looking for a gift that's thoughtful, charitable. So I think that it will do well, and what a great thing to do in Ellie's honor. Host product raffles at parties and online. You'll know I brought those around with the Womanizer because I used to do it with baby carriers. When a baby carrier was super expensive, like $700 to $1,000, people didn't have that money up front, so people would pay $20 to buy a raffle ticket. People were afraid to spend the money on the Womanizer. So I did that a couple times to build the buzz, and now it's like wildfire at Athena's. Go for outside orders by creating contests with previous and upcoming hostesses. The hostess with largest outside orders total gets a prize. Or for catalog parties to people who can't host their own. Throw a private bingo, whether it be in someone's home or at a bar or restaurant that you frequent. Or for personal shopping events. The holidays are coming, and get your themed incentives and stocking stuffers ready. Make YouTube videos, record yourself promoting a product, and link your website there. I recently just had another video go to 75,000 views because it became featured on YouTube. So it's a great way to get other traffic to your athenashn.com website. Share your successes, big and small, with your clients. If they don't even know you're selling Athenas, how can they help support you? But don't just straight out ask them, hey, buy from me. Let them know that what you're doing, the money, touches their heart, whether it's helping your family or whatnot. Don't beg for them to book with you. Tell them how they benefit from booking with you. Great night out, lots of laughs, free, earn free products. Who does not want to win sex toys for a year? Do not make it all about you. People are about themselves. Make it about them. That's what we're supposed to be doing anyways when we go to do a party. Sex toys for a year promotion, like I said, you'd be a fool to not promote that. Help your hostess get entered into this. Use it to your advantage. It's a win for you and a win for them.
Wow, those are a lot of great ideas, like a whole list. I was like, whew, those are just rapid fire, great ideas to build a business. And those are ideas that can be implemented by people that are really willing to work. So Talia, doing web videos was one of the things that stuck out to me. So smart. So would you put an example of what you do on the WOW page? Like just share one of them. Would you be willing to do that?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Oh, thank you. And if you're a team leader, oh my gosh, so Talia just went through this laundry list of cool things, right, that you can do to build your business. You could, at your next team meeting, just pick one of them and talk about it as a team. So it's great content, right? If you're someone who looks for, what am I going to talk about at my team meeting? All right, so this team meeting, we're going to talk about holiday bundles and stocking stuffers. We're going to brainstorm what bundles work. So that's just really smart. Or even, we're going to work on Canva all together for an hour and create our hashtag campaigns. We're going to make a banner that we can all put on our Facebook pages about our hashtag campaigns. So there's a lot that you can do with what Talia just rattled off. There's so many great ideas there.
Jen, people are like, oh, holidays, you're really talking about them already. However, they always say failure to plan is planning to fail. It seems so early, but then it's when you're in December and you're like, what did she say to do? How can I get these sales? And you're scrambling last minute. If you go out now and purchase all the things for fall, Halloween, Christmas, you're going to be set, so you're not scrambling anymore.
Yeah, scrambling sucks. It really does. You want to be prepared, and if you did at your team meeting a Christmas right now, like your September team meeting, something about Christmas, everyone's going to be prepared for the season rather than scrambling. Because if you're trying to plan at your December team meeting how to get more sales at Christmas, it's like you've missed the boat. So, team leaders, get in there early. So I'm going to give you a second code word, and it's not. N-O-T is your second code word, not. So here's my next question for you, Talia. I know that you suffer from anxiety. You've been very open with your struggles in your Facebook page. And I know that there are probably people on this webinar who are feeling totally anxious about the idea of setting a big goal or even any goal. So what is your advice from them?
I'm going to be honest with you. This morning when I woke up, I was anxious. We talked and I felt fine. And then I came back to record. I was anxious again. But you kind of soldier through because you know what anxiety is? Anxiety is a liar. Anxiety wants you to believe that you're not worthy or capable. And you know what kills anxiety? Facts. The facts is you are capable. And by the way, you're loved. And I'm talking to you directly because I can't believe the amount of people who have come to me and said, I'm so anxious right now, or thank you for talking about your struggles openly. I felt weird, like people would judge me if I ever said it out loud. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. You know what kills anxiety? Knowing what needs to be done, having a plan, and staying on course with that plan. Instead of thinking what could go wrong, let's try imagining what can go right. If you know you couldn't fail, what would you achieve? As I started thinking about that quote, I started thinking about a huge achievement that I just accomplished the last weekend. For the last 5 years, I haven't stepped foot on a plane. Why hadn't I just done it? I used to love to travel, and in fact, flew several times a year. One day, I decided that I would die if I flew again. Like I would die on a plane if I ever flew again. The fear became so deep-rooted inside of me that I lost who I was. I would drive in a car for 24 hours before I would even think about booking a flight. Recently, I started to think, if I can convince myself that I'm going to die from getting on a plane, which is absurd, by the way, why couldn't I convince myself that I was a business traveler who will do this often, which is actually the truth? Once I changed my mindset, I stepped foot on that plane ready for an adventure. I knew that this would be part of my life once I moved away from Athena's, and I accept and appreciate knowing all things are possible when you believe. Don't believe in your anxiety. Believe in yourself.
Thank you for sharing that. I know that there are a lot of people who even came to the September meeting who were like, I'm so anxious walking in. I don't know all these people. I'm overwhelmed. I'm anxious. You know, some of the people that were getting on stage felt anxiety. So I'm so glad that you were willing to share your success with them, that you were able to overcome your anxiety and come home. And I'm so glad that you went on that plane to come home because your team member, Colette Woodward, won the 5K. I mean, can you imagine missing that? Jeez. So how do you feel about being there to witness Colette's magical moment?
Whoa. All right. I was sitting there and I'm like, who is it going to be? Because I know the universe like always provides exactly when someone needs it. And Colette had been very vocal about going to Texas to see her brother. I knew that her soul needed this. And it's not about one person being more deserving than another. I personally just knew her story and that she had been vocal. And when I heard her name, I screamed like a girl. And if you know me, that's like impossible for me to go, ah! Listen to my voice. Nope, doesn't work. And I feel at the time, like I said, the universe validates us, and it was her card got called. I've watched Colette grow in this business. She has been more motivated than ever. My heart was filled with so much joy for this person because I know how it feels to get exactly what you need when you need it.
So Colette's actually a returning goddess. She was someone who was with us and then left and came back. So again, it just tells the story. Don't give up on people when they leave because they could come back someday and really, really do great things. So what specific things did you see Colette do with her business over the summer?
So Colette and I were on the same team when we first met, and it's always an honor when a returning goddess comes back to you, but especially with someone that was, you know, we're still peers, but that was your peer before, chooses to come back with you. I saw a different person in her. Her life has changed a lot, and this Colette never missed a team Zoom conference, BBW, or teletraining. She knows the meaning of showing up, but not in just showing up, actually contributing and being active in whatever task or challenge at hand. She's more vocal about her business, and I'm watching her bloom. She took swing parties from other goddesses at the last moment, and there was nobody telling Colette that she was not earning those 5 entries into this challenge.
So happy for her and for you too. because in 20 years I've learned and witnessed that success breeds success. You, as team leader, set the example of building your business to a point where you were seeing results, winning prizes, feeling proud of what you were accomplishing, and that's just inspiring. And I feel that all team leaders should be doing what you're doing, setting an example, leading the way, showing people that tremendous change is possible.
So you all know I like to keep it real, and sometimes I'm a little deep. I go deep. I'm also immature. I feel people carry the burdens of their past stress and heartbreaks on their shoulders. At some point, we have to dust off our past failures and realize that they're learning experiences for us. If I sat here and thought about the things I did wrong, I would never do another thing right again. I don't hold my team's hand. However, I'll remind them if I feel they need me to, exactly where they stand and what I believe needs to happen for their ultimate success. Don't ever be afraid to ask questions. We're a family and we all support each other. I believe that success we witnessed at the past meeting was a result of everyone utilizing resources, being efficient, and the empowerment we provide as a whole. Thomas Atwell had all of WOW as an accountability partner. Corinne Ward had the capability to reach out and ask for suggestions, and she did. Colette cheered everyone else on because she was happy with her own goal achievements. We can't do this alone. We benefit from being there for each other, and I think staying in unity to all earn $5,000 each together is going to make massive impacts here at Athena's. Thanks for giving us the space to do that, Jen.
Oh, you're welcome. Gosh, if everyone made 5K in this session, not sold, made, they would be able to have a lot more fun. They could eliminate debt. They could create momentum. I was looking through Facebook, and I saw a post made by Jill Cram from Maine, who, first of all, when I saw her at the meeting, I just was ready to burst into tears, and I pulled her aside, and I wanted to sit with her because she's on the other side of a very traumatic life event. Jill was building her team and building her business, and everything was going great. And then she had the trauma of a divorce. And I know how hard it was for her in the struggle and how she had to pull back from her business. And when I saw her, that she showed up at the September meeting, because you know what, sometimes I see people who go through divorces or deaths in their family or, whatever, that they just disappear. We never see them again because they're devastated and they lose their way. So to see Jill, I just wanted to hug her so hard. And when we separated after that hug, I just looked in her eyes and she looked great and beautiful and strong, and I can't tell you what that did for my heart. So after the meeting, I saw her. I saw what she posted on Facebook. She posted a brand new vision board. She got home from the meeting. She sat with her daughter, and she decided to create a new vision for her business. So her dream is for her daughter to go to Paris on the class trip. That is a specific, meaningful goal. It's totally achievable. She may need to readjust, and it's time sensitive. So she set the intention, she enrolled her daughter, and now it's time for Jill to create magic, to work her business, to get back on track. So what a blessing it is to have a business that can generate big money quickly, and also a business that is there for you to return to if you need to step back. Like Colette was able to return to this business and make it work this time. I love watching Goddesses and Adoni make their dreams come true. I do. Little Alex Lynch, my sweet little Alex Lynch, set her first goal to take her husband on vacation to Bermuda. Then she set her goal to go to CatCon. This is a woman who decided, she worked for it, and she achieved it. Plan, do, complete. It's like the chant of the goddess. She's creating her life. She's not just sitting back and letting whatever happen to her. She's deciding and creating her life. Jen Natolo, you mentioned her, Girafrica, Every Friday I think of Jen Natolo and I hum the Africa song to me. If I see something, I tag Jen, she's been working diligently on this dream to get to Africa so she can go on that safari. And I know so that was her goal, but she stepped back and gave a little bit of her party money to go to Florida. And now she's back on on Africa, like it's like fluid, like you can step to it, step back from it, step back again. It's amazing the flexibility that we all have here, and the other thing too is that we're surrounded by people who are achieving great things in their lives. They're showing us what's possible. So you can do that too. This business is here for you. Talia, you moved to Georgia, and earlier this year, that was a huge change. You went from top 10 goddess with absolutely out of this world success, tons of parties, huge clientele that you built, and you left. You walked away from that to move to Georgia where you pretty much know no one. But yet you still did $2,000 every month of the summer. It's astounding.
Thank you. Do you think it's worth it? Don't you see a change in me?
I do. And again, so about achieving, like I was there, the birth of Backyard for Our Boy, I know, I've been to your apartment. I know that there was nothing but a cement slab behind your house, and you have this cute little boy who wants to play outside, and through the window he can see another yard where there's grass and where there's a pool, and he wanted that. And I know that you felt sad that you didn't have that, but instead, like, you could have stayed stuck. And that's where most people stay, is stuck. Like, I want that, but I can't have it. I have no way to get it, because if you worked in a day job, you can't really go and say, hey, listen, I want a $10,000 bonus. I need, 30 more hours a week to make it happen. You, instead of sitting there stuck, you're like, I can do this. I can get a place where my son can play. I can get a pool. And for me to go to your place in Georgia and stand on your terrace and look directly down at the pool, and to go in the pool with Paz and to see this beautiful environment that you live in, it's just, you created that. And by being someone who does that, you become an inspiration and a leader, not just to your team, to everyone. Like, if Talia can do it, anyone can do it. I mean, anyone can do it.
Don't freaking make me cry, okay, lady? There's just, I just refuse to settle. And I think that's the thing. And that's the call we had about complacency, people getting complacent in their business. So right now, I think that what's most important is people need to be clear with their intention. The first thing that absolutely needs to be done is choosing what the $5,000 is for and getting that out into the world. Consistency over time achieves results. I didn't wake up one day and had $10,000. I can't wait to see the results come January when people have been solidly consistent with their goal.
Talia, you said it earlier, we can't do it alone. So I encourage all of you to find accountability partners for this session. Find someone who brings out the best in you, not accepts your excuses and lets you slide. I think of Amy Lebrecht and Rebecca Richmond and their accountability partnership this past year. And they had Rob Brzezinski in there with them. It led them both to great success. You see them in sales and recruiting and team building. So find someone who will inspire you, walk beside you, because the last thing you want to do is drag anyone along who's going to slow you down. So Talia, do you have any tips to finding and maintaining a good accountability relationship?
So I have like a little shit-eating grin on my face today because for the first time, the WOW and WAR groups are combined. And for the first time, I'm suddenly seeing people searching for one accountability partner for WOW and one accountability partner for WAR. Hey, if it works for you, do it. However, don't complicate something that doesn't need to be complicated. I just thought that was a funny kind of, how did that happen? But it's just, the best attributes for me in accountability partner are the ones I don't have myself. I'm horrible at sticking to a schedule. Great at getting things done, not so great at getting it done on time. I mean, by the deadline, yes. But I'm better at writing down what I need to do and finishing, even if it's the final hour. I hate to say. My best accountability partners set times for us to meet and actually maintain them, which made me better. And my best accountabilities didn't deal with excuses, as you said. If you excel in something, look for someone who needs help with it so you can balance each other out. I think you're accountable. It's kind of like me and Andy. We're like exact opposites and we balance each other out. Look for that. And I think your accountability partner should be able to help make you more well-rounded as you do for them. Go for someone totally out of your comfort zone. That's where success happens and friendships that last forever are made.
Oh, yeah. So do you have any closing remarks about earning 5K, even for those who didn't win it on Saturday?
Earning feels a hell of a lot better than winning, and we can all do it, not just one of us. When you win something, there's a rush and a thrill, but there's no sense of pride attached. Of course, you had to do the work to have your chance to win. However, when you've earned and achieved your goals, the feeling of success is unmatched. Everyone can be successful, and it's just about deciding you're ready to do the work and believing in yourself. It's easier for others to believe in you than to. I believe in each of you so, so, so deeply, and I hope you know that's true, and I hope you know that's genuine. I've never seen a new recruit come into this company and say, nope, there's no way that person's going to make it. Every person that comes on, I'm like, ooh, 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 so excited for them. We all experience the same training, and now we'll all be going for the same goal. So don't sell yourself short.
Thank you, Talia. I'm
You're
so
welcome,
grateful,
Jenny.
so grateful that you took this time today. I appreciate it so much. And Warriors, I'm going to encourage you to visit the new Wow and War United Facebook page and do a few things. Share your holiday Wow War goal with us. Make a short video about your specific and meaningful goals. Specific and meaningful. Do so by 11:59 p.m. this Friday, and I will pick a random winner to win this Womanizer Inside Out. And as you can see right here, I'm going to try to do this without dropping them all. Boop, I have a tower of 6 Womanizer Inside Outs, and each one will be raffled off on these Warriors United calls. So good luck to all of you. You all have a chance to win it. So this wraps up our first webinar for the holiday season. I'm so grateful to Talia for sharing her ideas and to you for tuning in. I look forward to watching your videos about your meaningful holiday goals. So remember to get your code words in using the Google Docs submission form by midnight tonight, Wednesday, Warrior Wednesday, September 12th, and I'll give you a chance to win this booster kit. Can't listen by midnight? That's okay. Get your form in by Friday, September 14th, and it will count towards your Spoils of War. Spoils of War in this session are wonderful as always. You can earn gift certificates to Athena's, a free Valentine's Day item, Golden Circle points, and you could even win a trip to Mexico. I love giving you chances to win and earn prizes while you build your business. So thank you, Warriors, and I'll be back next Warrior Wednesday when Sarah Miller teaches us about recruiting from the heart. I'm wishing you a profitable National Party weekend this weekend, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Tal.